minutes is a big surprise for you tonight. 1st and 10 on the Bear 32. Hayden on a wing. Pitch going deep, intended for Watts. He's got it. Cromwell fell down, and Watts a touchdown. Nolan Cromwell fell down, and the rookie went all the way.
Here's the replay, a good first down call. The reason Watts is in there is because of his speed to go deep. A nice long pass. Cromwell fell down. Nobody's going to catch him. Good catch. What a great play for a rookie. His first start. That makes up for the one that he was in motion on and was called back.
68-yard touchdown pass. And now the Bears very much back in the spot. The hold, the kick is good. And we're just warming up to this one now. The Rams 16, the Bears 14. 12:38 to go in the third quarter. And it's two different ball games. It was all Los Angeles, and now Chicago's coming on. In Los Angeles, and Lonnie Perrin will really thump it. Drew Hill in the end zone, and he's going to run it out to the 10, 15, 20, to about the 23-yard line. And boy, they fired up.
He really kicked that ball 2 yards deep in the end zone.
The Rams, of course, got out in front to a 16-0 lead, and they also were aware of the fact that New Orleans, the last we checked, had a comfortable 17-3 lead, and they've added to that. It is 24-3 in the third, and of course they're battling for first place in the NFC West. So 1st and 10 on the Ram 23, and they go slot right. And this crowd is fired up. Cullen Bryant with Hara in front of him, and he gets out to the 25, and he is punished by Campbell and Page.
The Bears are much more aggressive this half, much more physical. They're getting across. They got good pursuit. They did what we said. They stopped them, and their offense scored. That first series is just what you want to get your ball club going the second half. Now the Rams are still going to run that football, and the Bears are still going to have to defense the run.
2nd and 7 on the 26. Ron Smith wide right, Preston Denard wide left. Rutledge play action fake to Tyler, and it's a juggle catch by Denard at the 35. Preston Denard with a hot potato, and he picks up the first down.
That ball was up in the air for a while. Anybody's football. Here it is, a play action fake to Tyler. Good call in a running situation. Behind the linebacker, Hicks in front of the defender. Rutledge showed a lot of poise there.
Oh, he picks up the 1st and 10 at his own 36-yard line. Drew Hill is in there with Denard. The running backs are Bryant and Tyler. Wendell Tyler on a block by Bryant, and that springs him. There he goes to the 30-yard line. Chasing him is Terry Schmidt, and Schmidt will tackle him in the end zone. Touchdown, an explosive run by Wendell Tyler.
Just what he did last week.
63-yard run by Wendell Tyler.
High formation, toss, designed to go wide. He cuts back against the grain, uses his great running ability and speed. No chance. Not many people are going to catch him.
Livers and Schmidt tried to. When they got him, he was in the end zone. So it is 22-14 Los Angeles. Frank Corral with Nolan Cromwell holding, trying to make it 23-14. The kick is good. That run by Wendell Tyler, a 63-yard scamper for the touchdown. That is the longest run from scrimmage by a Ram back this year. We have 10:57 left in the third, 23-14.
Here's to good friends.
We haven't had a chance to see Peyton cut back today, but it's really beautiful to see this guy run and cut back. Here it is, a quick screen. Notice how he carries that ball in one hand, but he's got big hands, tremendous hands, and he very seldom fumbles.
Knocked out of bounds by Jim Youngblood. And they're measuring for the first down. So Walter Payton had 11 yards at the half and finally makes a little bit of a move. The play started on the 35.
But this was on a pass.
Yeah, right. So on a little swing pass to Payton. And they're going to spot the ball right on the 45. Look like inches. So it'll be second down for the Bears, trying to generate a drive. Remember, they started on their own 25-yard line. So second down, about a foot. Play action fake to Payton, and heat supplied by the Rams, and it is Larry Brooks flying over the top of Mike Phipps. Well, down he goes.
This is an example then of maybe being a little too smart. You have 1 yard to go. He makes the play action fake. It doesn't bother Brooks at all. He comes in. Now you're in a true passing situation. 3rd and 9.
Interesting, just a moment ago, second and short this time. When he had 3rd and short, it was Phipps on a sneak, and he had the same play, but instead went for the play action fake and suffered the sack.
I like to see him get the first down.
3rd and 9 from the 36. Basnagel in a slot right, inside Watt. And delay of game charged to Mike Phipps. Now taking too much time.
The momentum has now changed.
Meanwhile, Neil Armstrong, a little hot under the collar. Remember, they had it 2nd and inches.
Still 3rd down.
On the 44. And now they've gone back to their own 30-yard line.
See, 2nd and 1, you can stop the run and still rush the passer. And that's what Larry Brooks was doing.
So 3rd and 14. Schubert, the wide receiver on the left side. In motion is Watts. Phipps has Watts, and Watts gets to the 45, and he might have picked up the first down.
It looks like he might have fought his way in there to get a first down.
Watts, who just scored the touchdown, looks like the one man, and they're saying no. He's got inches.
See, that all depends on where they spot the ball. Now watch him go in motion, then come in underneath. A good lead pass. Now watch him keep fighting for the yardage.
Boy, is that close.
From there, it looks like they're going for it.
It is 4th and a couple of inches. We'll see if Phipps goes straight ahead. Well, Phipps butting heads against the Rams, and had he made that call 2nd and short, he wouldn't have this sweat job now.
I think he made it. Looks like he made it. Oh, they're going to measure.
Oh, yes.
Boy. Everything is where they spot that football.
Yeah, that's the one weakness really in the game. You see a huge pile up. Who's to know where to spot it? Yeah, I don't think so. Well, maybe now when they straighten it. Yes, first ball. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Malavasi can't believe it. The Rams were gesturing that the Bears did not make it, but by the time they pulled that chain straight, they made it by the fraction of an inch.
Boy.
1st and 10 on the Bear 45, and the Bears trying to move. Watts on the left side, Basnagel right. Him and drops him at the 35.
You know, again, I'm going to repeat, you aren't going to make a living throwing the ball against the best defense in the league. you're going to have to run first and pass second. Now, Mike Fanning is also an underrated football player. He's a tremendous pass rusher. He's much better rushing the passer than he is stopping a run. He's got good pass rushing techniques. He comes off of the ball in a hurry, and you saw it on that play. If they're going to rush like that, the Bears got to counter with a screen or a draw to Walter Payton.
It's 2nd and 20 from the 35. Jim Youngblood picked up Payton so they couldn't set up a screen. The pass is to Williams, and he can't hold on to it. The play was designed, I believe, to set up a screen for Payton, but Jim Youngblood was all over him.
He knocked him off, couldn't throw. He had the right call. He had all day to throw.
Final score, Miami defeating Baltimore 19-0. Apparently a little angry after losing that tough one to Houston. Pittsburgh rolling along, knocked off Kansas City 30-3. And Houston defeating Oakland 31-17. At one time that game was tied at 14. So 3rd and 20 for Mike Phipps. Over the middle, juggled and dropped by Baschnagel. Even had he caught the ball, he had another 10 yards anyway, and he couldn't have made it.
Wouldn't have had the first down.
Nolan Cromwell right on top of him.
They dogged Phipps on that. He was fortunate to get the ball off. That's why the ball was thrown a little bit low.
So Mike Phipps started on his 25, got to the 44, went backwards and forwards, and finally ran out of downs. Bob Parsons will be punting from the Bear 25. Eddie Brown standing on the Ram 30. Brown at the 26 is buried by Len Walterscheid, number 23.
You know, a guy that deserves credit today is Parsons. He's playing and walking with a limp there, and he's done a good job of punting.
Boy, that Len Walterscheid isn't limping. He was flying down on the tackle.
There's Merlin Stark.
One day at a time, Alice, the Jeffersons, Trapper John, M.D. That's tonight, right here on CBS. 1st and 10. The Rams have it on their own 26-yard line. The Rams are leading 23-14, and you can see Tampa Bay now on top of Detroit, 16-14 in the 4th quarter. Bryant and McCutcheon, and it's McCutcheon carrying, dragged down by Hampton, who just pushed off the attempted block by Cullen Bryant and made the tackle.
Well, Tyler, a step faster. You don't have to hold the blocks quite so long. We mentioned earlier Parsons' injury had to be carried off the field, and I'd like to bring that up again. He's done an excellent job of punting and has helped this ball club stay in here.
2nd and 11 from the 25. Elvis Peacock will follow McCutcheon now, the left side. Big play for the Bears. Mike Hartenstein, number 73, was able to stop McCutcheon's block and jam up the play. Checking our scoreboard, and New Orleans still leading San Francisco in double figures, however, 24-13 Saints in the 3rd quarter.
Now the Bears come in with their nickel passing situation. Let's see if they dog Rutledge. He has time to throw with a 4-man rush.
3rd and 9 on the 27 for the Rams. And he's going to take off to the 35 and across the 40 as he picks up his first down to the 41-yard line. Big play for the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, they came in with 4 men, and his running ability twice has picked up big yardage. I always like to dog those young quarterbacks, then go after them, give them a tough dog, and put the pressure on them and take a gamble. Don't give them time to throw.
1st and 10 on the Ram 41-yard line. We have 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Peacock and McCutcheon. It's Peacock, but he slipped, and then Hartenstein just fell on him. But it was a draw, and Elvis' feet came out from under him. spotted at the Ram 40, a loss of 1. That makes it 2nd and 11.
Here comes Ron Smith in 84 with a play.
You can see Rutledge 5 for 8, 54 yards and 1 touchdown to Terry Nelson, the first touchdown of his young career. 2nd and 11. Denard in a slot right inside Smith, and they're going down that side to Ron Smith. He got away from Terry Schmidt, and he gets across the 45, a loose ball, and let's see who came up with it. And Fensick are down there at the bottom with several Rams. Dennis Harrah, playing referee, indicates the Ram has recovered. No, the Bears. So Harrah is wrong.
Well, that was a big play. Rutledge is doing a good job here.
Smith got by Schmidt and Walterscheid, and when Hicks hit him, that's when the ball came loose. And diving in, among others, is Livers, and the Bears have recovered the ball.
When Napa first made the claim that lots of Napa parts are better than your cars.
The fumble after the pass to Ron Smith. Bears have it in play, 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. Payton is on a wing. Watson, Bashnagel wide. And Phipps going down the left side. Broken up. It should have been intercepted. Osteen had both hands on it. It was intended for Brian Bashnagel.
Very, very fortunate that was intercepted.
And remember, Phipps still has that string going. He has avoided the interception, but Osteen had it in both hands. 21 and 40 gives Phipps 61 without an interception.
Great position. He played the ball very well. He could have been looking into the sun.
So it is 2nd and 10 on the Bear 43, 23 to 14 Rams.
Screens and draws.
Phipps with time, and he's got his man Williams wide open. Jim Youngblood had fallen down, flags on the play, and he's dropped at the Ram 35. Jim Youngblood was supposed to pick him up, and he fell down.
That's right. Jim Youngblood slipped and fell, and there's a flag on the play. It could be he tried to hold him.
Holding 53.
That's
defense.
Exactly, George. When Jim Youngblood fell down, you can take a look. He took a grab at Williams.
Here's the replay. Going to his back on an angle pattern. We couldn't see it, but he tried to hold him prior to that. Eddie Brown brings him down.
1st and 10 on the Ram 34-yard line. Phipps to Williams, and Williams head down, gets to the 31-yard line.
Again,
up a 3.
Then again, one of these plays I'd like to see Payton run. He's such a great runner.
You know, George, I don't know which is the greater surprise. The fact that Payton has rushed for only 12 yards or the fact that he has carried only 9 times.
I know, it's unbelievable. They have to use him on a draw or a screen or one of his 4 good running plays. There it is.
So it is 2nd and 8 from the 31-yard line. Phipps under a little heat, sets a screen for Williams to the 30, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
The Rams defense recovered very well. Looked like that screen might break for some big yardage.
Williams caught one of the 2 touchdown passes from Mike Phipps. Watts handled the other. So it'll be 3rd and 3 and a big drive for the Bears, trying to get back in the game, trying to recoup some of the momentum that they appeared to have and let get away.
They're probably thinking 2 downs here also. 2 downs to pick up 3 yards.
Jeff Rutledge on the sideline has done his job. Now let's see about Mike Phipps. It'll be Walter Payton, and Payton inside the 25, and he has the first down. So Walter Payton drives for the first down, and the Bears are under a full head of steam.
Did you see that power after he was hit? From the eye, just M hunch, M blocking. Look at him drive. for the extra yardage.
Dave Elmendorf of the Rams is hurt on the play, and Elmendorf is down on the Ram 20-yard line. The Rams secondary that has already been shattered. Remember, they lost Pat Thomas and Rod Perry. Bill Simpson went away. Nolan Cromwell playing a corner, and now the strong safety Elmendorf banged up.
That last run reminded me of something on Monday Night Football. Campbell surged for 2 yards, and the comment was made that there weren't many people in football that could carry a tackler 2 extra yards like Campbell did. Then the other comment was made, Franco Harris was the only other back. I'd like to add this guy right out here.
You can take another look at that play you're talking about.
Walter Payton, watch this.
You think of Payton as a little back because he's 5'10 and a half. He has tremendous legs, and it's Elmendorf, the man he hit. That's why Elmendorf was hurting. We can give you one little note on Payton. He leg presses 600 pounds.
He's got strong arms, forearms. They got Latta's in here now, number 88. In this area of the field, they like to hit him on a corner pattern.
And Elmendorf goes out. Ivory Sully is in there. We haven't seen much of him, but he's filling in now for Elmendorf. Walter Payton, and he takes a lick from Larry Brooks, and he is dropped in his tracks. Big number 90.
Both of those tackles are taking an inside charge.
By the way, Dr. Bob Curlin examining Dave Elmendorf on the sidelines. Bob, orthopedic surgeon for the Rams.
It's pretty hard to run that fast trap when your your defensive tackles are both closing down to the inside.
2nd and 10 on the Ram 22. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Phipps. No good. He had Watts cutting one way and Baschnagel the other, and Watts the intended receiver, but he wasn't close to the ball.
Well, here's Phipps going back to pass. He doesn't sit up real quickly, backpedaling all the way, watching his receivers, has enough protection. Delivery sack. The ball was just a little bit behind Watts. Watts still should have had it.
Steve Schubert comes in, and Ricky Watts, the rookie, starts to come out. They say, no, take the tight end out. So it's Cobb finally coming out. Tampa Bay has beaten Detroit 16-14, but because of the mix-up between Ricky Watts and Mike Cobb when they sent in Steve Schubert, they've had to waste an important timeout.
That's happened twice today. You want to save your timeouts for that 2-minute drill at the end. They're so vital. It doesn't seem important right now, but when you get down the last 2 minutes, if you don't have your timeouts, you're at a disadvantage.
When they sent Steve Schubert in, that caused all kinds of confusion. Ricky Watts, the rookie, started out. They said, no, not you. Then Mike Cobb started out, said, me. They said, yes, you. And there was so much confusion, they had to waste a timeout.
Well, Phipps did the right thing. You can't risk another penalty or another loss in here.
It's 3rd and 10 on the 22. Meanwhile, the Rams, of course, wondering about New Orleans, and the Saints are marching along nicely, leading San Francisco now 31-13 in the third. Next week, New Orleans will be playing Seattle, and the Rams will be at home with Atlanta.
You know, Vin, while we got the time, I've been in Chicago since Thursday, and they're having a reunion of the '63 World Championship team next weekend, and a lot of the Bears from that team are watching today's game.
Oh, I'm sure of that. The Bears next week will be playing the Jets. Buffalo beat the Jets today. All right, 3rd and 10 on the Ram 22. Slot right, Baschnagel inside Watts. Phipps looking down the middle, no good. A flag. It's raining flags.
If you want to see something funny, the official couldn't get the flag out of his pocket. I don't know whether we can see it again, but the Rams are dogging. Now watch that official. No question it's a penalty, but the official couldn't get his hand in his pocket to get the flag out.
And then flags came from every direction.
Yeah, he was all over him. I tell you, Phipps is doing a good job against those tough dogs.
Remember, with Elmendorf banged up in the Rams secondary right now, that was Sid Justin. Ivory Sully is in there, so it's a patchwork secondary, and Phipps is working on it. First and goal from the 7. Phipps to Williams, trying to get outside with flags flying all over the place. And Payton trying to throw the block, but it didn't do any good. Preliminary signal against the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, it's against the Bears motion. This is a vital series for the Bears to get back in here. It's a vital. Okay, let's watch the movement on the guard. It's pretty hard to see.
Illegal motion number 65.
65.
Offense, still first down.
That's Noah Jackson, the guard, who was trying to pull. So it is first and goal on the Ram 14. We get a report that Dave Elmendorf has a pinched nerve in the neck, and we're not sure about his future in this game. Over the middle to Williams, who is immediately wrapped up by Jack Reynolds at the 11-yard line. Remember, it was first and goal at the 9.
Yeah. You know, Ben, what Phipps is doing here, he's throwing quick passes, getting rid of the ball with a short setup. Very difficult to sack.
Cobb comes in for Latta at tight end now. It is second down and goal from the 11 with 25 seconds and counting left in the third quarter. 23-14 Rams. Phipps falls down, gets up, and is swallowed up. I think he got his foot caught.
He did.
In the legs of Noah Jackson.
He tripped over Noah Jackson's ankle.
Noah Jackson, number 65.
Now watch this. Watch him trip. Watch Jackson's foot come back. Right there. Jackson's left foot knocks Phipps down. Tough break.
So from first and goal on the 9, Phipps, of course, not having been knocked down by the Rams, tried to get up, but he had nowhere to go. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Rams 23, the Bears 14. We now pause for a word from your local station.
Monday on The White Shadow.
You've got a case of primary syphilis.
Thorpe infects Coolidge's girl, and their friendship explodes on The White Shadow, Monday at 8, 7 Central.
This is CBS.
This is the season for salt, rust, and corrosion, when only the strong survive. That's why you need Auto Armor 3-way protection system. First, rust-proofing is sprayed on the entire underbody, then shot into all doors, wells, and crevices. Third, a glossy shield is bonded to the outside to preserve the finish. 3-way protection. Now you're ready to take on the elements. Auto Armor from ECP.
From the land of sky blue waters, from the land of light, comes the beer refreshing.
Nothing lifts your day better than a cool Hamm's beer. Refreshing as the land of sky blue waters. Enjoy a cool, refreshing Hamm's.
Hands, beer refreshing. Hands.
Winter Fitness Program, Monday at 5.
Gene Wilder in the wildest, funniest suspense trip of your life with a killer on the prowl. And Jill Clayburgh on the make.
Do you really edit sex manuals?
With con man Richard Pryor.
The Bears need a touchdown and a field goal, but not necessarily in that order. So it is third and goal on the Ram 21 at the start of the fourth quarter. We'll see now as Bob Thomas was getting ready on the sidelines on a big third down call for Mike Phipps. And Phipps going in the end zone to Watts. No good. Broken up by Sid Justin, number 29. So they went for a bomb. It was not forthcoming, and now they will go for that field goal.
Well, he did the right thing. He threw for a touchdown. tried to throw for a touchdown, put the ball in the end zone, and now you got to go for 3 points. You need 3 somewhere along the line to get back in. The Rams dogged him on that last play.
Bob Thomas has kicked 10 out of 16, as long as 42 yards. It'll be a 38-yard attempt with Bashnagel holding. It's spot, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And so the Bears got the best of it. It is 23-17 Rams, but of course now the Bears know a touchdown, and remember that point hanging in the air. Thomas, just the start of the final quarter, and Lonnie Perrin will kick off for Chicago. Drew Hill is deep, flanked by Elvis Peacock and Eddie Hill, and it's fielded by Peacock on the 12. To the 25, hit there by Spivey, and Spivey is hurt. Spivey hit him and took it on the shoulder. So Mike Spivey out of Colorado made the tackle, but he certainly paid the price for it. And timeout. Neil Armstrong saw his Bears down 16-0, but they have fought back to make a game out of it. 23-17 Rams. San Diego in a wild one with Cincinnati, outlasting them 26-24. And yet another, Seattle, whom we'll see next week against New Orleans, bouncing back to beat Cleveland in double figures, 29-24. Spivey is up and evidently okay. So it'll be 1st and 10. The Rams will have it on their own 27-yard line. The running backs are Peacock and Tyler. And it'll be Tyler with Peacock blocking on Campbell, but it wasn't any block, and Campbell made the tackle.
Now Gary Campbell made a nice play. He played that like you want your weak side linebacker to play. He got across, stayed on his feet, and used his hands, played the blocker, made the runner hesitate, made the play himself.
Cullen Bryant on the sideline. So far today, he's carried for 66 yards, and he's taking a breather. 2nd and 8 from the 29. Elvis Peacock. Tom Hicks got him and dragged him down right at the 30-yard line, and the linebackers very evident now, and Bryant is getting ready to come back in, and so is Ken Clark to punt.
Then you said linebackers. We used to have a rule that linebackers, as a general rule, stop runs. They may not make the tackle, but they set it up for someone else to make the tackle. These last 2 plays are splendid examples of where the linebackers stopped a wide play.
This was Campbell and Hicks. 3rd and 6 for the Rams on their 31. A draw to Peacock, and they try to stack him up, and they did, just short of the 1st down. Here's Danny Ryzek, who is the snapper and means so much to the Ram kicking game.
The Rams did not make it.
Called in for sure.
Yeah. That was a good call by the Rams. 3rd down, they ran a draw, almost made it.
Well, they missed by a good yard. It is 4th and 1. 13:20 left in the game. Rams 23, Bears 17.
A lot of pressure on this center snap and kick and return. This is a big
Everybody
big play.
Looking for Steve Schubert, the exciting punt returner. He's standing on his own 17-yard line for Chicago. Clark gets the deep snap, a low line drive, and Schubert will field it on a couple of bounces at the 20. To the 25 and about the 28. Jim Jodat, who scored a touchdown on a blocked punt earlier, just reactivated, and Jodat made the tackle, and Elvis Peacock has hurt his right ankle. Elvis Peacock going off on a twisted right ankle, going down underneath that punt from Ken Clark. And of course, that's all the Rams need, and more damage to a talented back like Peacock. But the Bears have the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 29. Williams and Payton behind Phipps. Bashnagel right and Watts left. Pitch back to Payton. got around Dreyer. He stiff-armed Cromwell, and he fought off the tackle by Brzezinski. You talk about a one-man run.
Yeah, he had to fight two men to get to the line of scrimmage. He has a powerful straight arm.
Most picked up 4.
Most backs would have been hit for a loss on that.
A final score coming in, and look at that one.
Mark Mosley kicked a 36-yard field goal with 36 seconds to play. St. Louis had come from behind and was leading 28 to 27.
2nd and 6 on the Bear 33. Play action fake to Williams, and they set up a screen to Williams, but Jack Reynolds read it and dragged him down. Reynolds, as if he had been reading the Bear playbook.
Right, that's his key. He's keying the fullback. See, watch him. Beautiful play. He's right with him, man for man. No chance. That's the experience and the know-how of Jack Reynolds.
So they lose 3. That makes it 3rd and 9.
No matter what that back does, you stay on him. You don't care where he goes.
3rd and 9 on the Bear 30. 23-17 Rams. 11 and a half minutes left in the game. And Phipps down the middle for Watts. He's got it at the 49-yard line. Big play and a big first down. Watts is having a big day catching passes. The rookie, who figured to have pressure, has caught a half a dozen now.
Pretty good protection. Now watch him look that ball in. He could have missed that. He had to see that through hands. Showed good concentration on Watts' part. That was a big play for the Bears.
Well, 1st and 10 on the Bear 49-yard line. 10:52 left in the game. 23-17 Rams. Payton, and gets into Ram territory, maybe 2 yards of it. The pickup of 3, it should be 2nd and 7.
Every time Payton gets the ball, it's exciting. You never know when he's going to bust one.
The 2nd and 7 on the Ram 48. It's turned out to be a dandy.
Yes, it is. Heck of a ball game both ways. Both teams are playing well.
Bashnagel goes right. Watts goes left. Latta, the tight end, is on the right side. And Phipps has got his Bashnagel, and Bashnagel is pushed out of bounds by Dwayne Osteen at the Ram 31.
Watch Bashnagel. Phipps has good protection. Now watch Bashnagel, wide open, and watch him fight for an extra 2 yards here right now. Lower the shoulder before he goes out of bounds.
A rejuvenated Bear team and a rejuvenated Bear crowd. A sellout crowd here at Soldier Field. Hello, America. 1st and 10 on the Ram 31. Slot left. Bashnagel inside Watts. Cobb, the tight end, on the right side. Setting up, and just did get it away. Intended for Bashnagel.
Well, that pattern took a little while to develop. They were covered, and Phipps did the right thing. He got rid of the ball, or he'd been sacked.
Phipps now has passed 17 completions out of 30 attempts for 239 yards. He has been sacked, however, 4 times.
I've mentioned this before. Here's Peacock getting treatment. When Latta comes in, we always used to think of him as a pretty good pass receiver, and to go deep and run a corner. Now he's in there.
2nd and 10 on the Ram 31. That's a busted play. Neal actually, I believe, handed the ball off too soon, so the count confused the center.
They missed the count on that one.
Elvis Peacock, who twisted his right ankle going down onto the punt of Ken Clark, is heading for the dressing room and a quick x-ray to find out the extent of the damage.
You know, you just can't make mistakes when you get in this area of the field.
So 3rd and 10 on the Ram 31.
Well, they got to throw the ball.
Steve Schubert is the wide receiver on the left side, and they go slot right. Bassnagel and Watts, so they go trips. 3 receivers. And it is Jack Youngblood. He throws in the grass, and no good. Intended for Dave Williams. Yeah. I was wondering about them blowing the play dead. It appeared as if he was in the grasp of the tackler, and they might do that right now.
That's the new rule.
Right.
And wouldn't that have been something if that had been completed for a touchdown now?
Yeah, Youngblood had both hands on him. See that? That's the grasp, and you can see the official blowing the whistle.
See, that takes them out of possibility of a field goal.
Yeah, they had it 1st and 10 on the Ram 31, and now they have to punt. The ball winding back on the Ram 43. Eddie Brown standing on the 10. We'll see now if Parsons can kick it out of bounds. It's going to hit inside the 15, and the fair catch is made right there by Brown at the 15-yard line. So the Bears have to be frustrated. They had a golden opportunity on that big pass to Bassnagel, but it's still Rams 23, Bears 17.
Requests for quality part.
Don't forget, Monday night on CBS, The White Shadow, MASH, WKRP in Cincinnati, and Lou Grant right here on CBS Monday night. We have 9 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the game. The Rams leading 23-17. The Rams have it 1st and 10 on their own 15. And once again, the crowd imploring the Bear defense. Cullen Bryant and Wendell Tyler, and it's Tyler behind Bryant. Dan Hampton grabbed him from behind and brought him down out at the 17-yard line.
The Bear defense played that well. That's the play that has been most successful for Tyler today, the toss from the I formation.
They spotted on the 18 a game of 3, though it is 2nd and 7. The Rams send Smith right and Denard left. Rutledge has only thrown the ball 9 times, and he is 6 for 9. And he's going to throw it a 10th. Intercepted by Tom Hicks at the 25-yard line.
Well,
Tom Hicks, the middle linebacker, was all alone, and he's out of Illinois, and it was right in his hand.
Well, Ben, when you said he hadn't thrown the ball, he would have been better off to keep running. He threw it right in there. No chance to get it in. It's a good play by Hicks. You want your middle linebacker to get depth like that.
Look at that look. That tells a lot. Tom Hicks.
Now, here's where the Bears' running game should come to life. They've got a good offensive line, a good running game.
A few moments ago, George, they had it 1st and 10 on the 31. Now 1st and 10 on the 21. And it's Williams across the 20, squirting down to about the 18-yard line.
Well, they're using Peyton as a decoy.
Ray Malavasi squinting into the Chicago sunlight. After a big one-sided win last week, it looked like the Rams were going to have another this Sunday, leading 16-0. But the Bears have come back with a vengeance, and now on the interception by Hicks, they're even threatening to go ahead. 2nd and 7 from the 18. Time to throw, and it is incomplete. Intended for Williams, broken up by Reynolds, and Reynolds broke up Williams a little bit, I think.
Well, they're trying to go underneath, short passes. Good play by Reynolds. Reynolds hit him just as he had the ball.
Well, Williams shaken up. We have a 3rd and 7 on the 18, 7:57 left in the game. The Rams 23, Bears 17.
How many times have you wanted to pack it all in and take off? Well, with Hertz economy fares, the time to go is now. Our subcompacts are only $14.95 a day, weekends, and just $98 a week. all with free mileage. Larger cars are only dollars more a day. And if you rent for 3 weekdays or more, Hertz has special economy fares for that, too. Hertz Economy Fares. Now you can't afford not to rent from number one.
How long do you want your car to last?
Forever. Now, don't laugh. She's already gone over 90,000 miles and without a major engine repair. I try to take good care of her. I give her regular checkups, and the only motor oil I ever use is Quaker State.
Quaker State can't promise everyone mileage like Mr. Miles gets, but Quaker State helps cars last, and that's a fact.
Guess that's why Quaker State's the best-selling motor oil in America.
On the CBS Tuesday night movie, vandals invade the sanctity of a divorced woman's life. Joanne Woodward is the victim, determined to get justice on the streets of L.A.
Dave Williams shaken up, and Big Robin Earl, they call him Big Bird. He's 240 pounds. Number 39 will be in there as you get a good look at him. 3 years out of Washington. 3rd and 7.
Here's the biggest play of the ball game right now.
The backs both go out, and Payton bumps into his man, Brodzinski, and he couldn't come back to hold on to it. When Payton made his cut, he was jammed by Brodzinski, and that busted up the play.
There it is. Drop back pass. The Rams are dogging. He had the ball out in front, had no chance to put it away, and Brodzinski knocked it loose.
Well, that is the second golden opportunity that the Bears have been unable to cash in as far as a touchdown is concerned. They gave up the ball the last time. This time, Bob Thomas is going to try a field goal. Baschnagel will hold at the 25. It's a 35-yard field goal attempt. The spot, the kick, it is good. And with 7 minutes and 49 seconds left in the game, the Rams 23 and the Bears 20. The Bears losing a golden opportunity to go ahead.
Rams defense did a heck of a job there. That was a critical series for the Rams. Couldn't let them get ahead, get a score. They held them to 3 points. That's a fine job.
A reminder, next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS Sports Spectacular, the Memorial World Open Bowling Championship. Then the Battle of the NFL Cheerleaders and Mr. Universe Bodybuilding Championship. Next Saturday at 4:30 on the CBS Sports Spectacular. Rams 23, Bears 20, 7:49 left in the game. Lonnie Perrin will be kicking off for the Bears. Drew Hill will be deep, and Wendell Tyler has suddenly come out on the field, and Tyler is going to come on a kick return. That's a surprise.
Yes, he could give them a big play there. You know, we've been talking a lot about the Bears' offensive line. One year, they criticized our offensive line, said they weren't blocking. The next year, we got Gale Serrers, and boy, did that offensive line look good.
Great backs make lines.
Same offensive line.
Well, Lonnie Perrin will be kicking. Drew Hill is standing on the 5. On his left is Wendell Tyler, and on his right is Eddie Hill. 7:49 left in the game. There you see Hill, a deep man. Standing on the 15-yard line is Wendell Tyler. And the kick is a shallow kick, and it'll be fielded by Drew Hill shy of the 20 to the 30, 35, out of bounds after, I think he stepped out before he got to the 40. They'll mark it at the 38. So the Rams have pretty good field position for the first time in a while. 1st and 10 on their own 38. That was a poor kick by Lonnie Perrin. That has not been, what would you say, a good experiment so far.
No, it hasn't. And poor coverage, poor containment on it. He broke it to the outside.
1st and 10 on the Ram 38. It's Wendell Tyler, and Hampton has him. Hampton and Page.
Hampton. defensive end. The strong side defensive end gets across. That's the penetration.
I'll tell you something about this Dan Hampton. When he was a 6th grader, he fell out of a tree 45 feet. He broke his arm and both legs. He was in a wheelchair for 6 months. And here he is, a star on defense in the NFL. So it is 2nd and 16 on the Ram 32. There's Dan Hampton, double nines. Both backs go out, and Rutledge, trying to throw over people, decides to run it to the 40, and grabbed by Campbell and brought down at the 40-yard line. Remember, you saw Elvis Peacock go into the clubhouse for x-rays. Now Dr. Bob Curlin, the orthopedic surgeon, looking at the plate. That looks like Jackie Slater taking a crash course in orthopedics, standing behind him on the right.
You know, that last play, when a quarterback runs, if you don't stay in your lanes on defense, you make openings so he can scramble and pick up yards.
3rd and 7 on the 41-yard line. Rutledge getting some heat and time. The whistle. The flag on the play.
Motion. Quick count. When you go on sound, that happens. Illegal motion.
Well, it was 3rd and 7 on the Ram 41. He'll tack on 5 to make it 3rd and 12.
You know, Ben, the Bears are a good dogging team.
False start, number 72, offense, still 3rd down.
And they haven't dogged very much today. Their safeties are very good doggers.
As far as sacks are concerned, Rutledge has been sacked once for 9 yards. Meanwhile, Phipps has been sacked 5 times for 49 yards. 3rd and 12 on a rush, but they pick it up. Hampton is chasing Rutledge. He throws it, is intercepted. Virgil Livers has it at the 35.
And they dogged him. They dogged him on that play. Forced him out of the cup. And the one thing he did that's very dangerous is when you're rolling out, you don't know where the coverage is coming from. He threw what we call a transcontinental pass, throwing backside. There's the dog.
That's Hampton chasing him again.
Right. And watch him throw the transcontinental across the field.
Virgil Livers taking it away from Preston
Played the ball perfectly. Another big play for the Bears defense.
1st and 10 on the Ram 35 for Chicago. Robin Earl and Walter Payton behind Mike Phipps. Second man is Payton. Head down, still on his feet, and Larry Brooks brings him down.
Well, you know, they're running Payton strictly inside today. He's only gone outside about once.
You know, an interesting note, Dr. Bob Woods passes along that Rutledge has actually gained more running than Walter Payton.
That is interesting.
So it is 2nd and 7 on the 32 of the Rams. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game. 23-20 Los Angeles. Walter Payton with Earl blocking, and Payton getting outside and goes to the 24, to the 23, and picked up the 1st down.
That's what he does well. That looked like the Payton. High formation, starts up inside, bounces outside.
Got by Osteen.
No containment. 1st down.
Elmendorf had to come up and knock him out.
Then Rutledge showed his inexperience on that interception. We talked the whole ball game that they had to keep running the ball with Rutledge. Throw only when you have to throw.
1st and 10 on the Ram 23, 5:22 left in the game, and the Bears trying to come in with their 2nd cash-in of an interception. Moving was Mike Fanning. We'll see now as Payton whether Fanning was drawn off sides or moved illegally, but it was Fanning, the man number 79, who was moving.
It was a little bit longer count. The snap was probably on a 4.
Against the Rams, offside.
That pulled him offside.
For Malavasi, he saw Rutledge intercepted by Hicks, and then Rutledge throwing somewhat in a panic, being intercepted by Virgil Livers, and now he sees the Bears getting uncomfortably close.
Well, before we said that if the Bears are going to use their running game, this is the area to test it.
Offside, number 79, defense, still first down.
So Mike Fanning is guilty of jumping off, and the Bear fans have really come alive now. 1st and 5 on the Ram 18-yard line. 5 minutes and 18 seconds left in the game. Rams 23, Bears 20. Williams is back in there now along with Walter Payton. And it's Williams. And he just runs into people and goes nowhere. So a 1st and 5, banged up the middle.
This is probably the ball game for both sides right in here.
2nd and 4 on the Rams 17. 5 minutes and 1 second left.
Position they've had, either you take advantage of it or you lose.
And New Orleans leading by 11, and the Rams are in trouble. There's 2 minutes left in the New Orleans game, 4:46 left in our game. 2nd and 4. Robin Earl is back in there, but it's Payton, and he's got it. He's got more than that, spinning to about the 11-yard line for a first down, and the anguished Ray Malavasi looking on.
Now, they're doing what they do best. The Rams are dogging them here. You can't see it, but the Rams dog, and they gave it to their best back. He's coming out now. Payton's coming out. He picked up the first down.
1st and 10 on the Ram 12-yard line. McClendon comes in. Latta comes in, and Watts comes out. It was a sellout crowd, and they love every minute of it, and they have 4 minutes left to love. 1st and 10 on the Ram 12. Robin Earl and McClendon, the running back. Robin Earl got by Fanning, but they bury him at about the 10-yard line. So you have Earl and McClendon instead of Williams and Payton.
I never like to change my backs in this area of the field, man. I like to keep the same guys in there with as much as possible because they're carrying the ball. They brought you down there. Now, Earl is a big, strong back, and he's pretty good on a couple of yardies. Now, they got 2 fullbacks in there.
Williams is back in there now. Out comes McClendon, so you have Williams and Earl behind Phipps. 2nd and 8 from the 10. Second man, Williams, on his feet to the 5-yard line. Big burst by Dave Williams. Remember, he scored a touchdown earlier in the game, was shaken up, but he is very much back in this one with 3:05 left in the game. It is 3rd and 2 on the 5-yard line. Bob Lee, the backup quarterback who just joined the Rams, warming up on the sideline.
They're just running that M hunch play. Straight ahead.
3rd and 2 from the 5. Second man Williams inside the 5 to about the 1, and that makes it a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
They're doing what they do best, run the football.
Dave Williams, 3 years out of Colorado. He spent a year in the Canadian League. He spent 2 years backing up Delvin Williams and O.J. Simpson at San Francisco.
Man-for-man blocking. Sound, no matter what the defense does, it's sound. You can pick it all up.
We might have been premature because they're going to measure. Malavasi can only stand and die a little, but it appeared that he had the first down, and for good measure, they do. Okay.
The Rams just brought in their jumbo defense, extra defensive linemen. They got Reggie Doss, 71 in there.
2 minutes and 32 seconds and counting. 23-10 Rams, but look at the Bears. 1st and goal on the Ram 2. Watts out and Cobb is in.
2 tight ends.
Cobb on the right side, Latta on the left, with Williams and Earl, the running back. Robin Earl. And he goes into a board meeting.
I don't think he made anything.
No. All of this started on the interception by Virgil Livers that gave the Bears a 1st and 10 on the Ram 35. Previously, Tom Hicks had intercepted, and that wound up a 35-yard field goal for Bob Thomas. So we come to the 2-minute warning in a whale of a ball game, 23-20 Los Angeles. Walter Walter Payton, who had hurt his shoulder a few plays ago, has come back in first to the roar of the crowd and into the handshakes of his teammates. So it's quite an emotional moment here at Soldier Field.
It has been very emotional, and in this situation, what Payton likes to do is go over the top, follow the fullback, come up to the line as close as he can, jump, go over the top.
That's a big fullback to follow because Robin Earl, number 39, is 6 feet 5. Okay, 2 minutes left in the game. Rams 23, Bears 20, but the Bears have it 2nd and goal on the 2-yard line. You can see it, of Los Angeles. All right, Payton behind Earl. And it's Payton, and he fumbled it. He bobbled the handoff and then went down, evidently recovering the ball.
He never really had it. Never really had the ball. Let's see. There it is. See, never had possession of it.
So it is 3rd and goal from the 3. Let me ask you, George, if we get to it, if we get the 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, would you send in Bob Thomas to tie it up, or would you gamble and go for a touchdown?
I think I'd go for the field goal because we got the momentum. Go to overtime.
We'll see. Right now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. Williams is back in there, and it's Payton on a block by Williams. Touchdown!
There's a flag. Flag on the play.
Flags on the play. Hold everything. It's against Los Angeles. Offsides, L.A. That makes it 26-23 Bears.
The Rams defense was jammed up, expecting the same play that he fumbled on. They pitched it out wide. Here it is.
For Walter Payton, the 55th touchdown run of his brilliant career. He is only 3 back of Larry Zonka.
Here it is again. Rams defense inside charge. No chance to stop him out there.
Back to live. The kick is good, and what a big one it is because it takes the field goal away from Los Angeles. We have 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in the ball game. The Bears 27 and the Rams 23. San Francisco, so if the Rams lose, New Orleans once again leading by a game in the NFC West. We understand Jeff Rutledge hurt his shoulder, and Bob Lee will be the quarterback for the last minute. Lonnie Perrin will kick off. He has not been kicking well. Deep for the Rams, Drew Hill, flanked by Eddie Hill and Wendell Tyler. Remember, Elvis Peacock is hurt. 1 minute and 12 seconds left. Line drive ground ball. Fielded finally by Tyler at the 10. To the 20, 25, and upended by Doug Plank at the 25-yard line. The clock running out on the Rams. 1 minute and 8 seconds, and Bob Lee, the QB.
Well, I actually think with Bob Lee in there, even though he's come into the Rams system very late, his experience is more important in this 2-minute drill, this 1-minute drill than Rutledge.
But remember, 4 points separate him, so the field goal is not enough. He's got to go 74 yards in 1 minute and 8 seconds. Cullen Bryant and Wendell Tyler behind Bob Lee at the 26. And Lee, who is selling insurance, throws to Cullen Bryant. He's at the 45. Bryant to midfield.
Lee showed something there. Everybody was covered. He decided to run, and then he found an open man.
Hold everything, George. A flag on the play on the far side of the field. So let's see. It'll be a personal foul. Yeah, roughing the passer. So Lee evidently hit after the pass.
This game's going down to the wire.
And so from midfield, they will pace it off. So that's going to be a monstrous pass. It went 24 yards to get it to midfield. And then the personal foul takes it to the Bear 35, would you believe?
Personal foul, roughing the passer. 99, defense.
Bears are in trouble now.
That's one rookie, Dan Hampton. And it was his over-anxiousness causing the penalty. That's a 39-yard pass play because of the penalty.
Yeah, and the The Rams have 3 timeouts left.
With 54 seconds left in the game, 27-23 Bears. Eddie Hill and Colin Bryant behind Bob Lee. Lee throwing to Denard, no good. Defending was Gary Fensick.
There's so much noise, Ben. I don't know whether the fans could hear, but the Rams have all their timeouts left, which is very important right here now.
Bob Lee, back in 1977, he beat the Rams in a division playoff. Now suddenly, from selling real estate in San Francisco, he's trying to give the Rams new life. To repeat, Jeff Rutledge hurt his shoulder. It is not a case of Rutledge having had that bad a day. Lee has to play. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Whoa, Hartenstein. Mike Hartenstein was jumping. We'll see if they pulled him off or not.
False start, 77, offense.
And it's going to be Hartenstein pulled off by Doug France. So France came up out apparently. And 5 against the Rams, moving it back to the Bear 40.
False start, number 77, offense, still 2nd down.
2nd and 15 for the Rams with 49 seconds left in the game.
What you can do with all your timeouts, you can run the play. You can run a draw play here. You can take that time.
27-23, Chicago. Both backs go out. Hartenstein drops him on the 48-yard line.
Hartenstein beat France. Beat him outside.
So Mike Hartenstein,
here it is.
Watch him explode across.
Beat him to the outside. Lee had no chance.
So the big sack by Mike Hartenstein with 45 seconds left.
Hell work.
With 45 seconds left in the game, the Bears lead the Rams 27-23. The Rams, with Bob Lee at the controls, have it 3rd and 25 following the sack by Mike Hartenstein. Denard left. Smith and Hill in a slot right. Bryant and Eddie Hill, the running back. And Lee winding up and going deep. He's got Denard, and it's broken up by Fensick.
Denard had the ball.
Gary Fensick.
Denard had him beat and had the ball and lost it going down. Watch this. A fine throw by Lee. Look at this now. Denard has this ball right in here and loses it going down.
When he hit the hard rug, take another look from another angle.
There
Look at that.
it is. Went right through his arms.
Magnificent pass for a guy who hasn't been playing football. Bob Lee threw a beauty right on the money.
Did. By the way, Doug France blocked Hartenstein all the way on that last play. Doug's playing with a bad elbow.
So it is 4th and 25. This might be the last hurrah for Los Angeles with 30 seconds left. Lee, he's got Drew Hill and he can't hold on to it. Gary Campbell knocking him down and Jerry Muckenstern picking it up. And on the sideline, a discouraged Jack Youngblood and a Ram defensive team. They have to go back out on the field, and it looks like time has run out on them. The Bears were down 16-0, and they're leading 27-23, and it looks like they'll win it.
A great comeback by the Bears. 2 interceptions in the 4th quarter. What turned it around? They got 10 points.
Interceptions by Tom Hicks and Virgil Livers.
All they have to do here is fall on the football.
So 1st and 10, 30 seconds to go. Boy, how close can you cut it when you see that pass just getting out of the hands of Denard? And the clock continues to tick.
Denard had that ball, and Denard has made catches like that. We've seen him make great catches like that.
So the Rams now We'll also get the bad news that New Orleans won. The Rams will play Atlanta in Los Angeles. The Bears will entertain the Jets here in Chicago. And this one is history. A great come-from-behind victory for the Chicago Bears. And a particularly delightful win for Neil Armstrong. And a heartbreaking defeat for Ray Malavasi. He had run out of veterans. Walter Payton, who had been locked up all day, scored the go-ahead touchdown from 2 yards out. And the Rams, relying on a rookie, got away with it all day until the final quarter when Jeff Rutledge threw an interception to Hicks and then appeared to panic when he threw the interception to Livers across the grain.
That's a very risky play because everybody is leaving their coverage. You don't know what defense you're thrown into when you roll out and throw the ball backwards, transcontinental across the grain. Very, very risky.
So the peaks and valleys of NFL football. Last week, the Rams shut out Seattle, and today they give up 27 points, and the Bears beat them 27-23. This is Vin Scully for George Allen from Seoul.